40-minute class, guys, full body. So if you've not done this one before, it's a leg circuit followed by an upper body circuit and a full body kind of finisher round. We're going to finish on a good bit of core tonight as well. Hopefully you saw my note about you'll need some sort of thing to hold on today. So I'm using my dressing gown tie. You can use a towel, like a hand towel will even do, something like this. A kitchen towel, anything you've got. So that we'll be doing like pull downs in the upper body round. And we'll get into a good warm up in just a minute. Yeah, let's get started. I think everyone's in. Perfect. So into just our normal warm up sequence. We'll warm up those hips into a little standing march to start with. Gradually get that heart rate up. Start taking those hips out in a little circle, one by one. Nice and warm through the hip sockets. Good, little jog in the spot, guys. Flicking up those heels at the back, warming up the knees. Take those knees up in front, a little bit higher, pump those arms. Back to those heel flicks. Alternate between the two. A little bit higher those knees, pump the arms. Into a little jumping jack. Nice and light in the toes, open the upper body. If jumping's a problem for anyone, you can go a little step jack. Big exaggerate in movements for the arms. 3, 2, 1, keeping the hips forward. Low torso twist. Loosen off the lower back. A few crunches in that spine if you've been sitting down all day. Couple more. Just go for a little side bend. One bend to the side. Alternate the sides. Good, coming into your bodyweight squat. Hands behind the head if we can. Normal squat stance for you. Up and down, feet nice and flat, warm through those legs. Nice, slow and controlled. Take breaks if you need them. If your legs are warm already. A few more squats, guys, warm through those legs. A little pause at the bottom maybe. Activating. Good stuff. Low backwards lunge. So a little step, as we always do. Switching sides. If you want to add the twist, go for 1 or 2 more. Good, crab walks next. You know what's coming. Little half squat position, activating through quads and glutes. We're getting really nice and warm for the legs now. Go for 1 or 2 more per side. Little half squat position there. Make sure the feet are flat. Good, coming down to all fours. Arching off that upper back. Nice and warm through the upper spine. Dropping the chest, looking up. So a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. Drop that chest. Go for 1 or 2 more. Next up, you've got that twist. So hand behind the neck, open the chest, nice twist in the upper back. Keeping the knees close together, remember. So keep those knees close together. That'll limit the twisting in the lower back. Switching sides if you haven't done already. Good guys, mountain climbers next. Starting to get that heart up again. Keep the hips down, driving in the knees. Squeeze the stomach. We're going 20 seconds here. Starting to get the heart rate up. If it's too much already, just go for a little step through. Or if we're nice and warm, drive those knees in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Big shoulder shrugs. Almost ready to get started. Big shoulder circles. Into that big swing. And across the body, guys. So, if you've got weights, get them ready. We're going to go straight into our strength rounds. If you don't have weights, variations will be given, don't worry. You can start your active rest now. So if you want to do active rest between exercises, it's a low jogging squat, jumping jacks, anything you feel comfortable doing. You can start that now if you want to, or just grab your breather. First one is we're going to go for a squat to lunge ladder. So I'll put the weight down for just now. What we're going to do is we're going to go squat to lunge, squat to lunge. So that's one round. When we come back to the squat, you're going to double up that squat. So it's going to be 2 squats, lunge, lunge, 3 squats, lunge, lunge. All the way up. Once you get to 10, you're going back down. See how many you can do? After that, we're going to go glute bridges. Straight into our glute bridge. So we're here, glute bridge is there. If you want to, you can go for a single leg glute bridge, add in the weights on your hips if you want to. So that's our 2 exercises for the first round. Getting ready for legs. In 3, 2, 1. You can add your weights if you want to. So it's a squat to lunge, and then we're doing 2 squats. 2 squats, lunge, lunge, 3 squats. So squat to lunge ladder, guys. Working for about 45 to 60 seconds per exercise. Tough one to start with, lots of volume. Take your time with them. So I think I'm on 5 now, losing count. Lunge, lunge, take your time. I'm on 6. Last 10 seconds, guys. For the second round, you're going to pick up where you stopped. So remember how many squats you're on. 7 I'm on. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather while we switch exercises. So I glossed over that last one. We're going for glute bridges, either double foot or single foot. 30 seconds per side in 3, 2, 1. So heels just outside our reach of our fingers. We're pushing up with the driving of the heels, squeezing the glutes, and down. If you want to, you can go for that single leg one. As always, if you want to sit on the side of something like your sofa and drive up with the hips that way, you can do there. Exactly the same with your single leg. Halfway now, guys. If you're doing the single leg one, you'll switch in sides now. I like to do them on the floor. I much prefer it. I feel like I get a better activation from my glutes. So hips up in a straight line, guys. Make sure that chin is tucked. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Active rest recovery. Bonus exercise. We've got a surfer squat. So, random name, I know. But what it is, we're in our little squat stance. You're taking one leg out to the side and back. So we're going to go 20 seconds per side and then switch the legs. So surfer squat, getting ready to go in about 10 seconds. If any of you got bands or TheraBands at home, you can add a little band around your legs, at your knees. Getting ready to go in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. So we're down in that squat stance. Taking one out to the side and back to your stance. From the side, it looks like this. So you should feel it in that front leg, really powering up. Feet are nice and flat. So flat feeted, like a big monster walk. 3, 2, 1, quick breather. Switching sides. 3, 2, 1, back in. So that front leg is doing the work now. If you've got, this is quite a light band I've got. So you've got heavier bands at home, it's going to be super tough. I'd recommend getting one of these. They're dirt cheap online. Very cheap. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Legs are buckled already. Right. Take your breather, guys. I'm going to take my rest. Or if you want to at home, active rest recovery, jumping jacks, anything you feel comfortable doing. So we're going for about a minute rest. Reminder of those exercises. So it's a squat to lunge ladder. So squat, lunge, lunge, back to your squat. I'm going to resume where I left off, which was 7 squats. I'm going to try to get up to 10, then work the way back down. Maybe that's a bit ambitious. I'm going to go to 8 and work back down. You can go to 10 if you want. After that, we're going glute bridges. We've got 15 seconds left, guys, of rest. For the glute bridges, remember, do it on the ground, or you can elevate your back, more of a hip thrust. Ready to go in 5, guys. Add your weights for this squat ladder if you want. In 3, 2, 1, pushing in, guys. Nice, slow and controlled with that squat. Don't rush the movement just because we've got a lot of reps to get through. Make sure we're almost pausing at the bottom so we're not slumping into that squat. So there's a little pause at the bottom. Nice and slow on the way down. Slightly faster on the way up. I think I've got a couple more. Lunge, lunge. So take it at your own pace, guys. If you don't have weights, no problem, just doing them body weight, just as hard actually sometimes. Right to the end, guys. Last 10 seconds of squat to lunge ladder. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather while we switch. So it's hip thrust or glute bridge on the ground. Add the weights along your hips if you want to. Ready, go in 5, guys. Dig those heels in. In 3, 2, 1. Pushing up, squeeze and hold at the top. Squeeze those glutes. Make sure we're feeling glutes over your hamstrings. You've got to think about clenching the bum almost. Well, that's exactly what you got to do. I've mentioned this before about if you start feeling your hamstrings, really got to utilize these big glute muscles. Remember, you can do one leg as well. You can wear your bands here as well if you want, if you've got them at home. Switching legs now if you haven't done already. The one-legged one, you'll probably get more extension if you're supporting your back on something or the hip thrust. Last 5 seconds, guys, right to the end. Last couple of reps. 3, 2, 1. Little active rest. So bonus exercise is that surfer squat. You can add that TheraBand, resistance band, whatever you've got at home. Ready to go in 5 seconds. So down in that squat position, 3, 2, 1. I'm stepping out to the side and back. We'll go about 20 seconds per leg. I'll tell you when to switch. Make sure the posture is good. So we're not bending over here. We're sitting back. Posture is good. Open the chest. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather to switch legs. 3, 2, 1. Back in that squat stance. If this is too uncomfortable for anyone, if you've got maybe knee problems, hip problems, just do an exercise you feel more comfortable doing. That is killing my front leg. So that front leg stays absolutely still and the tension's kept there. 3, 2, 1. Active rest recovery, guys. Well done. Legs done. Literally. We're going to upper body next. So hopefully you've got some weights at home. We're going to start with our towel pull down. So this is when you use your rope, your tie, whatever you've got. As always, we've done this one once before, I think. You create tension through the rope. So you're pulling your hands apart. What we're trying to do is like that lat pull down machine in the gym, but we're on the ground. What we're doing is arms out in front. They come down. We're pulling that band apart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and back out in front. So constant tension through that rope as if I'm trying to tear it apart. Okay, that's exercise number 1. After that, we're going for a floor press. So if you've got weights, we're going for a little floor press here. So elbow out to side, pushing up into chest and triceps, switching every few reps. Okay, if you don't have weights, guys, we're just in a top plank position. We're going for an arm raise, okay? Full arm raise, working into shoulders. Ready, go in 10 seconds, guys. Start with your rope pull downs. Dressing gown tie pull downs. In 3, 2, 1. Flat on the floor, arms out in front. So we're driving down those elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades at the back. Make sure at all times we're trying to pull that rope apart as if we're trying to break it. As soon as you do that, you should feel the shoulders tighten up, the little back muscles tighten up, drive down those elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice, slow and controlled. If you're not feeling this, you're probably not pulling the band or rope apart. You can also do these without them. Exactly the same without the rope. Drive down the elbows, squeeze and hold at the back. Almost there, guys. Let's get at least 3 more reps in. Remember, constant tension in the band. Squeeze at the back, 5 seconds. Let's go for 1 more at least. 1, 2, 3. Relax in there. 10 seconds to switch. So it's floor press or that top plank position in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So the body weight version is that arm raise. You can even add a press up here if you want to. Press up, arm raise, press up, arm raise, arm raise. If you've got some weights, you're going for a little floor press. So my elbows out in line with my shoulder, pushing up and down. Okay. So switch every 5 kind of reps. That's your halfway mark now. Keep this going. This is a good exercise because obviously your elbow is only allowed to go so far. So it actually teaches you that good form to keep that elbow in line with the chest. 10 seconds, guys. Try even out the sides if you're going for floor press. Squeeze the chest at the top. 3, 2, 1. Active rest recovery, guys, or just get your rest. Good guys at home doing their active rest, well done. I'll take mine. Get my breather back. Good guys. So it's completely up to you if you want to do your active rest, you want to keep burning more calories, or if you want to take your rest and you want to push yourself harder during the round. Depending on how much kind of weight you've got, the weights at home might be too light, in which case you're not really going for strength. Last 10 seconds of your rest, guys. Starting to get ready. Start with that towel pull down or whatever you've got. I'll use the towel this time just to show. So remember, constant tension. Rip that towel apart. Ready to go in 5. Coming down in front. 3, 2, 1. Arms out in front. Squeeze the shoulder blades down. Squeeze and hold. And back up. Remember, keep pulling that towel apart. It's really easy to forget. From the front, so you can see. Wide with the arms. Squeeze at the top. So remember, think about driving your elbows. Slight chest rise when you come in. Should feel this right in between the shoulder blades. Slightly in the shoulders too. Right in the middle of the back. Keep it going, guys, right to the end. Last 10 seconds of pull downs. Make sure we're doing a little pause at the end, so we're squeezing the shoulder blades. 1, 2, and back out in front. 3, 2, 1. About 10 seconds to switch. So body weight, we're doing that arm raise, add the push up if you want, or floor press if you've got the weights. Ready to go. In 3, 2, 1. Push it in, guys. So if you're going for the floor press, you can do 30 seconds per side if you want, or switch every few reps. I'll give you a little shout at the halfway point. Make sure that elbow's coming out to the side. Just slightly under, in line with your shoulder. Halfway point in 3, 2, 1. Halfway now, guys. If you're going for that top plank with the arm raise, make sure the stomach's nice and tight. Hips are pointing towards the ground. Squeeze the chest at the top. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let the weights down slow. Well done, guys. Active rest or get your recovery. Upper body done. Next round, we're going full body. We're going to start with a squat thruster. So we did these in week 1. Good full body movement. Legs, upper body. What we're doing. If you've got your weights, top rack position, coming down to your squat, pushing above the head nice and quick. So full body, working the whole time. Slow in the squat, quick through the shoulders. Okay, if you don't have your weights, just do a squat to press. Exactly the same, okay? After that, we're going halos with the weight, which is round and round. So 4 to 6 reps of halos. Then we're going straight into a bicep curl. So if you're going for your bicep curl, you can do 1 arm or 2, 3 or 4 reps, back into your halos. If you don't have weights for those, you can do pushing your hands together, create the tension. I know it looks daft, but you push your hands together, you're creating that tension. If you don't have weights, we can do dips for the arms, okay? Dips on the side of a chair, anything, okay, guys? Ready to go in about 10 seconds for your squat thrusters. In 3, 2, 1. Winding the feet, guys. Pushing up. So nice and slow and controlled with that squat. And then it's quick movement. You're using the power from the legs to push up through the shoulders. If the shoulders start to give out, think about using that power. So we're there, momentum from the legs, pushing up through the shoulders. I'm barely using my shoulders there. Usually it's the weight down that's hard because we're trying to control the weight. Then push up. Last 10 seconds squat thrusters, guys. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather. So next up is halos. 4 or 6 reps around your head. And then we're going into our bicep curl. Nice and strong. Ready to go, guys, in 3, 2, 1. So elbows are up in front. Weights in front of our face. Round the back of the head. Back in front. And there. If you don't have the weights, we're pushing our palms together. You'll feel that outside of the shoulders. And then we're just doing the same. But we're constantly pushing that together. You should feel that. I actually feel this more because I'm creating tension through my shoulders. Once you've done your 4 to 6, into a little bicep curl. You can use bands if you want to stand on the band. You can do a 1-arm curl, or you can do dips on a chair or a sofa. Hopefully you've got a sofa at home. Not often you'll see me do an arm curl. Halos, nice and slow. Even though I'm going fast. Squeeze the biceps at the top. You might have a light weight, in which case you do 1 arm and really squeeze at the top. Make sure you feel that muscle working, and then slow on the way down. See how slow you can go on the way down. Obviously, you just got to make do of what you've got at home during these times. So you've got to think about which muscle you're working and make sure you're squeezing that muscle. Become an expert at mind muscle connection. Last 10 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. Active rest and recovery. Good stuff. Is that just 1 round? Yeah. Squat thruster. Last round of squat thruster. At least we don't do a burpee this time. I did burpees after it last time. 10 seconds, guys. Getting ready for a squat thruster. Good at home. Doing your active rest, well done. Ready to go. Squat thruster. 3, 2, 1. Control the squat. Quick through the shoulders. Excuse me. If you just got the one way as well, you can do it 1 arm. Squat thruster, 1 arm. Switch every couple of reps. Loads of variations, guys. So you've got slightly lighter weights. Now do they feel it in your shoulder? You can switch sides every few. Do a 1 arm squat thruster. Feel the legs. Ten seconds. Halos to bicep curl next. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 10-second break. I'm actually going to do these right away. I like that. In 3, 2, 1, palms together, or using that weight. And bicep curl, or you're doing your tricep dips. So if you don't have weights at home, you come down to a little tricep dip. Make sure you're keeping those elbows tucked in towards your sides though. We're not flaring them out, okay? This is our last round before a bit of core, guys. Most of the hard work is done already. See if we can get one more round in of your halos and your arm work. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there, or you can go out to rest, up to you guys. Main strength round's done. We're going straight into a bit of core. So we'll get through about 3 different core exercises today. Might be a new one for you as well. We're going to start with a hollow hold. So a hollow hold, what we're looking for, a few variations, is first of all, pushing that lower back into the ground. So we're not arching there, there's no space here. So I'm pushing my lower back into the ground. As soon as you do that, the core should engage, the tummy should tighten, and then I'm lifting my legs. The lower your legs are to the ground, the harder it's going to be. So you can even start here, and we're just holding. That's all we're doing. Okay, 30 seconds hold. Getting ready to go. Down on the ground in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, ready to go, push it in. So lower back into the floor, squeeze the core. The harder variation, your heels are just off the ground. If you want to make it even harder, extend those arms above the head. So we're going for a full hold. My head is just off the ground. My arms are extended. That way you're getting a full stretch. Upper stomach, lower stomach. We're holding for 10 more seconds. Maybe you want to get the arms here. Take that head down. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there for 10, 15 seconds. We're going for that again. So play about with it, guys. Where is your kind of place where you're pushing yourself, but as long as that lower back isn't rounding or lifting from the ground. Ready to go in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. So the legs might be here, but the core is still engaged. My lower back is still pushed into the ground. Maybe as you find the legs come down, that back starts to lift off. That's where you know where to have your legs, okay? As soon as you feel that lower back lift off, go back to where it was flat, okay? Extend the arms above the head. You can even raise the shoulders slightly if you want to. Core should be tight, tight. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there. Good. I'm going to go for one more round because you should have this sorted by now. Just going to do 20 seconds. Ready to go in 10 seconds. Hold, last one. Should have this sussed by now. Exactly where you feel it working in 3, 2, 1. Coming up, guys. So maybe you're going for that full extension. Maybe you don't want the arms in at all. If you want to go for this one, if you want to make it harder here, push your arms into the ground. That is so hard. Push your arms into the ground. Turns on that core. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there, guys. Deep breaths into the stomach. I don't get my breather though. We're going into a plank crunch next. We're going for a plank. Maybe 30 seconds of a plank hold is enough for you. Maybe you need to drop to your knees But if you want to push yourself, we're going for a little plank crunch. So elbow to knee, sorry, knee to elbow, switching the sides, keeping that hips down, getting ready to go. In about 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. So in that plank position, shoulders stacked over our elbow joint. Maybe the hold is enough for the 30 seconds, but try adding that little knee raise. Little plank crunch, or a Spider-Man plank, whatever you want to call it. Squeeze stomach. Last 10 seconds. Make sure we're tilting that pelvis in. 5, 3, 2, 1. Deep breaths in. I'm going for one more of those, guys. So when I'm speaking about that pelvis tilt, imagine this is my plank. I don't want my lower back rounded here. I'm tucking it in here, okay? So it's there. Some people imagine a little belt buckle coming up towards their belly button. So I'm rounding my pelvis that way, okay? Ready, go in 5 seconds. Down your plank, 3, 2, 1. Last 30 seconds of planks, guys. Elbow, knee to elbow. I don't know why I keep saying that. Knee to elbow if you can. Squeeze stomach. Remember, think about rotating that pelvis towards our rib cage. Last 10 seconds. Remember, drop to your knees if you need to. Take that pressure off. 3, 2, 1. Plank's done. Last exercise, guys. It's going to be a nice, easy core crunch hold. So in our normal core crunch, we've all done these before. What it is, it's a not full sit-up. I always say that. So we're not sitting all the way up, just shoulders off the ground. We're curling in our shoulders, cores engaged, and we're holding for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, back down, then up for another 3. Ready to go in 10 seconds, guys. Last exercise, going to go 3 rounds of this one. In 3, 2, 1. Shoulders off the ground, squeeze the stomach. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, and down. You can do it with me if you want. Sometimes I like to have my hands up. 2, 3, and down. So when we get to this point, you should feel the core engage. Squeeze it as hard as you can. 3, 2, 1, down. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, down. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 2 more of those, guys. Let's think about the breathing this time as well. So as we come up in our crunch, we're breathing out. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in on the way down. Okay. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Breathing out, coming up. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in, coming down. So we're breathing out that air to create that abdominal pressure. Breathing in on the way down. Or rather, take away that abdominal pressure. And down. Last 10. Let's go for one more. Up, hold. 1, 2, 3, and down. Almost there, guys. Last exercise, and we'll get a quick stretch. Good bit of core tonight. We'll all be waking up with abs. If only it was that easy. Right, ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Last one, guys. Just 20 seconds. Squeeze and hold. And down. Make sure the shoulders are coming off the ground. And we're squeezing at that top point of the range of motion. Breathing out. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relaxing there, guys. Well done. Let's come into a little stomach stretch. So come down into a little cobra. So onto your elbows, come up. You should feel that little stretch off in the stomach. Try not bend the lower back too much. If you're fine to, you can come up into your hands and just exaggerate that stretch in the stomach, but that might be too much in some people's lower back. So find what's ever good for you. When you're ready, come down to a little child's pose. Forehead to the mat, open up the chest. Nice deep breaths in towards the stomach. Take one arm and put it underneath. And put some pressure on the outside of that shoulder. Okay, so my right arm's coming underneath. I'm putting some pressure on the outside of that shoulder. Switching sides into a little shoulder stretch. Okay, stepping forward into a lunge, low lunge, stretch it deep into your hips. Switching in your own time. Next up, we've got glutes. So either come down to your pigeon pose. My left hip is so stuck. Or you can do the one on your back, or you come into your little standing one here. I like this one just now. So I'm stretching off in my hip here. Need to get that fixed. Switching legs in your own time. As always, the stretches are a bit rushed. So you can do the stretches in your own time, hold them for at least 20 to 30 seconds. So we're preventing any injuries. Last one, a little forward fold, stretch of those hamstrings. Open up the chest, grab the mat behind you if you want to. Stretch across the shoulders. And relaxing there, guys. Well done. Everyone fine? Sweaty one.